we'll talk about encapsulation. Encapsulation means having things together. Now, with respect to object-oriented programming, the things which we have together in a single class are methods and variables. Just like a capsule where you'll have all these different kind of colored granules, you will have something called methods and you will have something called variables. The methods and the variables together are in a single capsule called the class. Why we have encapsulation is to hide the implementation details or the unnecessary details from the users. Only the people who are doing the coding or doing the programming need to know intricate details. As I was telling you earlier, like imagine you are driving a car and you're applying the brakes. You need not know how the brakes work in detail. All what you want to know is you hit the brake, the car stops. So that is a point of encapsulation. And we access data in encapsulation through something called getter and setter methods. Getter method and setter method, or we simply say get and set, or you say get data, put data, input data, display data, and all that. These are the various methods we use in encapsulation. We will see that with the help of a simple example. I will take a new screen to write my program. Okay, so I'll have a program, let's say employee. Okay, so I'll have a class employee. I'll have a class employee. So I have a question. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Is it visible? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I have a question. Perform encapsulation in an employee class. Okay, so anyway, let's start with private. Hope you remember what is private. Okay, so employee, we will have an employee number. We'll have employee number, and then we will have private int employee number, and then let's even have a name. That's enough. We'll have just two details. Okay, and now we will have our main encapsulation demo. We will have encap demo, public static void main. Okay, string arguments. Okay, we will make a object of employee emp is equal to new employee. I have now created an object called employee. Now I am going to show how you will do encapsulation. It is similar to all what you did in your CPP, get data, put data. I'll just go through that once again. So I'm going to put in data. I am going to put data into my employee. I'm going to give in values for my employee number and employee name. Okay, so I'll have set. I will have a function called set. Let me have a function for each. You can have a function for each variable. You can even have a function for all the variables together. I will go very much in detail so that we will have function for each and every variable. You can even have it as a single function. Okay, so I'll have a function called obj.set employee name. And then, okay, I'll give a random name. Okay, I'll give a name called Ruben because Ruben just talked to me now. Okay, similarly, I will even have employee number, Control C, Control V, okay, EMPNO. EMPNO, it is not a string. So I will have a random 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now I am planning to have my set functions over here. Public, I'm having my setter methods over here. I'm having my setter methods. My commenting went wrong, that's why. I'm having my setter methods away. I will write it later. Now let me even use my getter methods. I am even planning to have my getter methods. So I'll simply write over here employee name, and I will simply write plus obj dot, I will use a getter method, get emp name, get emp name. Similarly, I will even write my getter method for the employee number. Employee number is equal to obj dot emp number. Okay, so this is a setter method. You call it by the name setter method. This is also a setter method, which means you are putting in data inside the data variable. Setter method to put a value inside a data variable. Okay, that is what you mean by a setter method. This will be a getter method. You call it a getter method. Getter method to take out values or to output values, to take out values from a data variables. Okay, hope the words are clear. What do you mean by a setter? Setter means setting a value. Setting a value. Getter means getting a value. Getter and setter. I'll go once again. Getter gets values out, and setter, you put values inside. Okay, now I have 4 methods over here. I have 4 methods. One is set employee number, set employee name. I even have 2 more methods, get employee number, get employee name. As I was telling you earlier, instead of 4, you can be happy with 2 functions. You can simply have set or get data or input data, a single function which takes in both employee number, employee name, and a simple single getter method to have both. Anyway, I'm just going in detail over here. So now I should be having all the details of the functions over here. Okay, start writing. You know how to do it. Start writing. Okay, I'll write my first setter method. What is my first setter method? Set emp number. Control C. Set emp number. I am passing in a value and int. Okay, I'm passing in a value int over here. Okay, int a value. I'll write the code together over here so that emp, you see it in a single line. Emp no is equal to val. Okay. Similarly, write code for all the functions. Control C, Control V. Here I have employee name. What is it? It is a string. I am passing in Ruben. Ruben is a string. Okay. So I'll write a string as well. String as well. Emp name is equal to as well. Selin, I hope you're able to understand. Okay, the setter methods. Okay, continue writing. Continue writing now. Write for getter methods. Write for getter methods. Okay. Now I'll write my getter methods. Public void. No, I am returning an integer, right? Public int get, yeah, public int get number. Okay, hope you're able to understand, Selin. Okay, what am I returning? I am returning an int. I am returning employee number. I am returning employee number. Similarly, I will have one more function for my getter employee name. Employee name, it is not int. I am Ruben is a name. I'll have to return string. and Control C, Control V. Okay, so yes, main EMP is equal to OBJ. Fine? Is it fine?
അല്ല മാം താഴെ കോൾ ചെയ്തേക്കുന്ന അവിടെ obj.get.emp നെയിം ഓഫിന്റെ അവിടെ നെയിമിന്റെ n സ്മോൾ ആണ് മാം പൊക്കത്ത് എഴുതിയപ്പോ
Okay. Is it fine? Is it fine?
Yes ma'am.
Okay. When I type, no, that I leave out things. That is why. Just check whether all the variables are correct. EMP no. Okay. Java C, Java Encap demo. Okay, I get the employee number and I get the employee name. Is the output okay for you? Is the output okay for you, Selin? Can I move forward?
Yes ma'am.
Can I move forward? Okay. A very simple program to show you what encapsulation is. These are things which you already know, but I'm just going through all these. You can have things called setter method to put in values, and you can even have getter methods. Okay, look here, I had 4 functions over here because I went too much in detail. You can have it in 2 functions. One is simply get data. You put a comma over here. Hope you're able to understand. You put a comma over here. You will not have this. Okay, you can write like, set data. You can have a single function, set data. You can avoid this function. You can write over here int val string sval. Hope you're able to follow me. And you can have this code also together over here, which means you have saved one function. Okay, this is how you usually do it. I went too much in detail. That is why I had it as 4 individual functions. The same way, these 2 functions, you can avoid this, not the SOP. You have 2 functions over here, right? Get EMP number, get EMP name. You can have a single function, get data or get details, and then do it. Anyway, this is how encapsulation works in Java. You will have variable names and you will have these methods. Okay, you will be using it with the help of objects. Created from the class. This is what is meant by encapsulation.